We do not have a simple difference of opinion. Please get it out of your head that your beliefs are a personality quirk. You are an oppressor. You have been confronted with the total truth of the situation in this world, and yet it has not driven you to question your foundations of thought. It has not driven you to seek to fill your ignorance. This says a lot about your character. It says a lot about how you were raised and the weakness of your will. You are a pacified colonial subject who has never known the depths of pain and loss people have suffered, and are suffering now for a better world. You do not stand against the violence of this system, because it is directed against all the most impoverished and marginalized in this world, and you don't have to see it. You are an enemy to a livable and decent future, and you will not be remembered by history any better than those who stood around while racists segregated everyone or nationalists drove everyone to war.
RAID, Shadow Legends.
We will fight. We will lose in some places and win in others. Millions will die. Millions that wouldn't have to die if goddamn normies like you two would stop making excuses and going back to sleep at every turn. Would stop numbing yourself with illusions from television. Would stop supplementing your conscious experience with addictions to phones, coffee, gambling, etc. It would stand in solidarity with people actually trying to do something about this. But, as is fated by your ignorance and the predictable ignorance of millions like you, this cycle will either play itself until we are being boiled alive by the sun, or we win.
RAID, Shadow Legends.
I am no longer convinced that there's any value in negotiating with you. I have not seen in you a meaningful reflection of the truths I have spent so much to show you. I am convinced now with your feeble whining about how you'll always be the same, with your prioritization of the bigots in your life, with your wish for a vague, substance-free reconciliation, a reconciliation that protects your feelings and doesn't require you to sacrifice what must be sacrificed. That you will continue to convince yourself of the delusion that my words reflect nothing but an individual's warped perspective, and not see it for what it is. The thinking that drove entire countries to change out of necessity. What a comforting lie it must be, to believe your granddaughter is just crazy, objectively worthy of the treatment and lack of support you have shown me all these years. How much easier it is to think that than to step outside the paradigm you have lived in your whole life, to join me and struggle against everything you have ever known and falsely loved. When the future comes to you, you will have regrets you cannot live with. Next time you come around, could you let that dog out for me? Ignorant.